Hey guys, Dev Horn here with WeBuyHouses.com with my partner in crime,
Mike Van Noort.
and he is my partner in crime. We
Always.
get into
I try to
all
be.
kinds of trouble.
I feel like I'm missing something if we're not committing.
That's right. We haven't been doing this lately, so
It's been a while.
Yeah, but we've got some great news to talk about today.
Yes, we do.
We just had our conference, our Mastermind Conference in September. Got a little bit off schedule. We normally do them in April, but because of Corona, we had to postpone it, and it was so awesome to get everybody back together.
It was good to see, some of the, not just cool guys, but top investors in the country. And by the way, he doesn't know I'm going to reference this, but the reviews were phenomenal. This guy did a great job, along with Josh Horn, of putting this together.
Thanks.
And the reviews, I was reading through them, it's like 9.8. And these are there's no names
out of 20.
No, but listen, there's no names on these reviews, so whatever you did putting this thing together, you did a really good job, and,
thanks,
and the licensees appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
and my team here, Josh, Madeline, Melissa, everybody that worked on it just did a really great job. And so what we wanted to do today is share what happened at the Mastermind Conference. If you're not a licensee, we want to tell you about what we did and what we do at these things. If you are a licensee, we want to go into what we talked about in the second half of the video. And so we'll kind of, we want to get everybody involved and get everybody to benefit from what we did here in Dallas. And so it was a great meeting. I thought, Mike, one great way to show these folks what happened is we'll just cut to the highlight reel that was made.
It's really good.
And so Josh will put that up on the screen, and let's cut to that, and you guys get a look at the meeting in Dallas.
We're right in the middle of our 2021 WeBuyHouses.com Investor Conference, where we have over 30 of the largest investors in the country getting together and talking about what's happening in the market, what's happening with housing strategy, and how they operate their businesses to maximum efficiency as we're coming out of the COVID pandemic.
My wife and I, we own and operate the Clark County market, which encompasses Las Vegas. We've been coming to the seminar since 2015. Over the years, we've learned quite a bit. In the beginning days, I was just a fix and flip type guy, trying to make a quick buck and move on. Since then, we've grown our portfolio to over 14 million in rentals. Kind of have a different mindset on what the future holds, but we're excited with the brand. The conferences have been a blessing as far as being able to meet different markets. It's exciting to get with the other We Buy Houses owners and see the growth that they're experiencing, the different opportunities they have.
This is an exciting time for everybody to be together in person, and we're so happy to be here. I think everybody's learning a lot, and we can't wait to see everybody again next year. I invite you to join us for our 2022 WeBuyHouses.com conference coming soon.
Hey man, that was awesome, wasn't it? What a wonderful time,
man. And I got to tell you, 14 million net worth
for Travis.
For Travis,
he has been to every conference except Nashville, when we did in Nashville. That one conference.
And you know what's crazy?
He's been to every one.
Is I remember Travis speaking with him many years ago when he joined, and I could just tell he was the right fit. There was a little trepidation in the beginning, but he goes, why would I want to reinvent the wheel? And he got it. And he goes, how can I really compete with this brand? And here we are, $14 million in net worth because of WeBuyHouses.com. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much credit, but I
will. I'll take it.
No. But no, obviously we're
the
talking
brand,
about.
It's not.
Travis and Janie are the best at this.
They are,
and
they're
we've
very
got a number of
well,
many, if not most of our licensees are just so good at the sport, at the game of real estate investing, that they can take a brand like this and combine it with what they do, and it really is that business accelerator. It pours gas on.
Well, what it does,
it
saves a lot of time, and like he said, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, you're just plugging into what we've already done: the brand, the systems, the processes, the technology. It's like in the domain. I mean, WeBuyHouses.com. I mean, I believe honestly that the brand is worth it if all you had was a domain. I really do, and I've had licensees tell me that just for the domain. But yeah, you have to do something with it.
And you know, one thing that I'm starting to hear more and more at these conferences is people say, make a statement like, "This is one of the most valuable things I get from being on WeBuyHouses.com." Mm-hmm. You know, there's you and I know this. It's hard to find other real estate investors, people that really do it. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're a real investor, you know there's a lot, and you know, no knock against wholesaling and things like that, but there are people that really do this, that really have the processes, the funding, the skills, the experience. And they can make this happen, and that's this group of people. It's very hard to find a group of people like that you can tap into.
And just to look, Travis has built a huge net worth in real estate, but everyone in that room, many of them have done close or even more in some cases. And that's the beauty of it, Dev, is you're in a room around people that have really done it, not fake gurus on YouTube or Instagram. These are guys that are really doing it. Right, and it's like just being in the same room and the synergy, and but they're very open and giving because they're not competing with each other because they have exclusive territory.
Key. Each one is owns their own territory on WeBuyHouses.com. Right. So they're sharing the brand. So they share the strategies of how to use that brand in each of their local markets. Right. There's nothing like this. No. I mean, even if you went to some of the other masterminds that exist in our business. It's a pitch fest. A bunch of people who aren't talking to each other, because if you're there with 5 other people and they're also in your market, you got to tell them what's working for you? Of course not. You're not. So I do think this is a unique thing that we've developed here with WeBuyHouses.com, and it's only made possible by having this fantastic community of professional investors.
And look, not everybody obviously comes to these events, and it's not mandatory, it's not a necessity. I mean, some of our most successful licensees never come to these events because they're busy. They don't want to spend 2 or 3 days away because it costs them money. But there are people that really enjoy being around a group of like-minded investors that are openly sharing, and the conversations just at dinner that people have back and forth, and kind of the trade secrets that they're willing to share in their own market it's worth it. I mean, if you got nothing else, just having dinner with these guys and learning.
And that's just to give you guys a little bit of a flavor of the event. We always try to have really nice dinners and happy hours, and so this time we had a new business unit that came out of WeBuyHouses.com called DataFlick. They sponsored our first night happy hour. We ate at a restaurant called CBD Provisions in Dallas. It was fantastic dinner. The next night, Everyday Media Group sponsored our happy hour at the Woolworth, and we had dinner at the Woolworth in a private room together. Just fantastic. I swear, I gained about 5 pounds at each of these conferences.
I'll tell you, it's good food.
It is, and we found that that's really that time to kind of break bread together and be able to talk with one another is just also super invaluable for these
just
guys.
The networking. I mean, people pay to be in mastermind groups up to $250,000 to be in these mastermind groups, anywhere from $10,000 on the low end to $250,000 on the high end. And honestly, I think being around our group of guys is worth a lot more than that.
Oh yeah,
because these are guys that are really doing it in the same industry, right? And that's what I always think about, is all the fringe benefits of being part of WeBuyHouses.com. It's not just the branding, the marketing, the systems. It's the camaraderie.
Right.
Between everybody.
this, one thing that I saw at the end of this, and is there were a bunch of great ideas that the group came up with, and we'll expand on those in a moment for the licensees only. But just some fantastic ideas, and really what I saw was there was this strong desire, to get back sooner rather than later. So we've gone ahead and scheduled our next conference, April 19th to 21st of 2022.
Yep.
And we'll be doing it here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area near the airport and near our office. So we're kind of planning something related to that. But what I heard people say is, let's stay on these ideas. Let's bring these ideas to fruition, and let's, as a group, take better, more complete advantage of this brand name. And so, some of the ideas were, about things that we could do on social media and other places to really take the brand name, the WeBuyHouses.com brand, and dramatically grow brand awareness.
Because as much as, I feel that as a company, the last 5 years, as much as we've done to improve our marketing, the brand is what it is, but you've got the marketing and the systems, and like you said, the social media. We're always looking to expand and to grow and to bring unique opportunities like partnerships and joint ventures with Realtor.com and Open Door and all these different companies that you just couldn't do on your own. They're not going to work with an individual investor. They're just not. So we can bring that to investors that typically wouldn't get access, to those opportunities.
That's true, and that kind of gets into some of the things I want to talk about in the licensee only segment of the video. At this point, I would say let's wrap it up for kind of the public view, and then but let's say this: if you are a professional real estate investor, we'd love to have you check out WeBuyHouses.com. And so, we'd love to have you here with us in April when we get together, if your territory is available.
Yeah,
and so, Mike, tell them a little bit, for those who aren't part of WeBuyHouses.com, what should they do to follow up with you?
Really, the quickest way is just go to join.webuyhouses.com. That's join.webuyhouses.com. Or feel free to give me a call directly, 877-998-5997, 877-998-5997. If you do get voicemail, I'm on the phone a lot talking to investors, just leave me a voicemail, I'll call you back. But I think going into 2022, even though 2021 was a record year for many of our investors, I'm hearing buzz out there that 2022 could exceed 2021. So, our guys are really stoked and excited about the opportunity. So feel free to reach out. Either way, call me or go to that join page.
All right. And with that, we'll let you guys, the non-licensees, go, and we'll kind of turn our attention to talking about what happened at the meeting with our folks. So we'll say goodbye to the non-licensees and talk to you soon.
Thanks. Anyhow.